Hey guys, Kingpin Light here, and we got VannDa Voice Memo today. I actually had noticed a while back, I don't know if it was a comment or looking at these video comments or something, but I was running down the list of the album songs and I saw this, and one way or another, I found out it's not even a song, so I was considering whether to record a reaction to it or just kind of skip it. But I guess I figured, I mean, it's 5 minutes long, and the comments make it sound like he says some deep stuff in here, so I figured it would help round out the album and get a better understanding of it. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do today. Let's go ahead and jump in.
Okay. Màu 4:14
Sounds like he's recording it like off his phone, you know?
នាទីខ្ញុំត្រូវតែបញ្ចប់ចម្រៀងមួយបទនៅក្នុងអាល់ប៊ុមមួយក្នុងចំណោម10ជាងបទប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំហៅ
How many songs does he
ក៏
have?
ហៅត្រើយអត់ឃើញហើយថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំធ្វើបានបញ្ចប់មួយខ្ញុំខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍សប្បាយ
He said I'll keep listening, but it sounded like he said he recorded 10 songs in a day. And I'm sure he did plenty of drafts and writing and everything prior to. I doubt he did it all in one day, but it sounds like he recorded the final version of 10 songs in a day.
It's good តែនៅពេលដែលខ្ញុំធ្វើចប់ភ្លាមហើយខ្ញុំមើលម៉ោង4ខ្ញុំចាប់ផ្ដើមមានសំណួរមួយសួរខ្លួនឯងសួរថាបើសិនជាស្អែកទៅខ្ញុំងាប់តែខ្ញុំត្រូវធ្វើអ្វីមុនគេខ្ញុំត្រូវធ្វើអីមុនគេ
It's a dark thing to think, but I think it's really relevant to life, right? It's you can put off something, even something you enjoy because you're tired for another day. In this case, I'm thinking he's talking about he could, maybe record one a week or whatever. But he dedicated to making 10 in a night is what it sounds like. He was up till 4. And I think that applies to a lot of things that we do, like even me recording videos. It's very easy to just be like, I'm tired, I'm going to put it off. Where I could just be like, what if I died tomorrow, right? Might as well, get a couple more out before I die.
គំនិតទី1ដែលមកចាក់ចូលនៅក្នុងខួរខ្ញុំគឺខ្ញុំត្រូវធ្វើអាល់ប៊ុមមកហើយតែជាងខ្ញុំបិទភ្នែកអត់ចិត្តឲ្យខ្ញុំនៅតែវល់ជាមួយនឹងកុំព្យូទ័រទៅរួច
He's dedicated.
បើសិនជាងាប់ទៅក៏នៅតែជាបលឹងជាវិញ្ញាណដែលវល់ជាមួយកុំព្យូទ័រជាមួយនឹងបាសជាមួយនឹងឧបករណ៍ភ្លេងនៅពេលដែលខ្ញុំគិតចឹងវាមានសំណួរមួយទៀតមកសួរខ្ញុំវាសួរថាបើសិនជាជីវិតអ្នកឯងត្រូវចាញ់បោកជីវិតអ្នកឯងមានដំណោះស្រាយសម្រាប់វា
It does sound like the type of thoughts you have when you're up at like 4 in the morning. You get really like existential and deep. Um, I'm not following 100% on this last strand or whatever that he's going down. Thread. That's what I mean, not strand. Similar, but not the same. But I think what he's saying is maybe he's working a little too hard. Let me just keep listening. Maybe I'll pick up on what he's saying here.
ខ្ញុំសូមបញ្យល់មួយ
Hold on, how did I pause right when I was like, wait a minute, I don't think I fully understand. He knew that's what I was going to be saying.
មួយគឺខ្ញុំអត់ដឹងថាជីវិតខ្ញុំគឺជាជីវិតប្រភេទមិនទេខ្ញុំអត់យល់វាចាក់ stress ច្រើនហើយជាជីវិតមួយដែលញ៉ារញ៉ៃបំផុតតាំងពីទូច
Put some details in these
ជីវិតនឹងត្រូវចាញ់បោកជីវិត
captions, even so the action that he's doing.
តែអ្នកខ្លះគាត់សប្បាយរាល់ថ្ងៃតែខ្ញុំមើលមកខ្លួនឯងវាអត់មានភាពជាខ្លួនឯងអត់មានភាពសប្បាយសើចពេលខ្លះយើងត្រូវ fake ស្នាមញញឹម
I'm wondering if he's, and maybe I missed it, or maybe he'll explain a little bit. But I'm wondering if he's talking about because he's putting so much in his craft and his passion that he's losing sight of himself. But that's just how much he wants to get off his chest, or if he's talking about like the content of the album that had a lot of uh, stuff that's happened to him, his struggle coming up, and some past heartbreak, that sort of thing. So I'm wondering which one of the two, whether it's the content or the crafting of the music.
ពេលខ្លះខ្ញុំត្រូវលួងខ្លួនឯងជាមួយនឹងបញ្ហាហើយខ្ញុំត្រូវចាញ់បោកជីវិតមួយហ្នឹងធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំធ្លាក់នៅក្នុងរណ្ដៅ depression មួយខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍ថា wow ខ្ញុំមិនដឹងថាវីដេអូហ្នឹងទៅដល់ណាទេតែខ្ញុំគាត់តែចង់ film ពីខ្លួនឯងបើសិនជាថ្ងៃ
Hold on, what did he say right there? Hold on.
wow ខ្ញុំមិនដឹងថាវីដេអូហ្នឹងទៅដល់
Oh, video. Okay, I thought he said a song or something, and I was like, "This is not a song."
ចង់ film ពីខ្លួនឯងបើសិនជាថ្ងៃណាអត់មានខ្ញុំទៅវានៅសល់វីដេអូហ្នឹងមិនទី
You keep saying video and that sort of thing. Is this supposed to be a video? And it says official audio, but I'm assuming that there's probably a video attached to this originally. Maybe it was a live stream. I don't know.
សម្រាប់ផ្សាយផ្សព្វផ្សាយទី1រឿងទី1ដែលខ្ញុំចង់និយាយសម្រាប់វីដេអូហ្នឹងគឺខ្ញុំចាញ់បោកជីវិតជួនកាលវាធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំភ្លេចអ្វីដែលនៅជុំវិញខ្លួនភ្លេចគ្រួសារ
Again, is he talking about this life as in he was fooled by this life like it's harder than it looks, like regular day-to-day stuff, or is he talking about specifically the music life where he thought it was going to be like a wonderful, great thing always, but then there's also some downsides, which if you ask any famous actor, musician, or whatever, it seems fame isn't all it's cut out to be, you know.
ភាពជ្រើសរើសយកស្រាបរិយនៅជាមួយភាពឯកាហើយបើសិនជាមានបងប្អូនបន្ទាប់ទៅដែលគាត់ដើរចូលផ្លូវរបៀបរបស់ខ្ញុំសូមគុំផ្ដោតលើវាច្រើនពេកខ្ញុំគិតថា
Devices and Sins lifestyle. I feel that. I've been down that road. Luckily, I'm good and everything now. I don't really have a lot of vices. I drink every once in a while, but for fun. I don't party all the time. It's definitely alluring, and like he's saying, it's definitely bites you in the ass eventually. So I say that most people will go through that phase, so it's not a horrible thing. It is horrible, or it can become horrible, I guess is what I mean. I think most people go through a phase. Now, the level of intensity that people go through it is different. But I think most of us go through it and come out fine, but it's definitely something you got to be mindful of. You can definitely get lost in the sauce, you know what I mean?
ខ្ញុំមិនដឹងថាគេផ្សេងរបៀបមិនទេប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំនិយាយពីអ្វីដែលខ្ញុំឆ្លងកាត់បទពិសោធន៍ប្រហែលឆ្នាំដែលខ្ញុំធ្វើវានេះយើងមិនមែនធ្វើវាលំតាមការសប្បាយគឺយើងធ្វើជាមួយនឹងបេះដូងធ្វើជាមួយនឹងខួរក្បាលធ្វើជាមួយនឹងញើសជាមួយនឹងឈាមចេញពីចិត្តហើយអាល់ប៊ុមហ្នឹងគឺខ្ញុំសង្ឃឹមថាវានឹងអាចបញ្ឈៀបទៅបេះដូងទាំងអស់គ្នាហើយជួយ heal ជួយការពារទាំងអស់គ្នាចេញពី depression ជួយទាំងអស់
I see that sentiment a lot with artists in general. They go through a really, really tough situation or just life in general. And a lot of them want to make the music or make the paintings or whatever else, video games, art, whatever other art that they do. A lot of times they're showing their stories almost like a cautionary tale or just to help other people. like, hey, I've been through it and I'm fine or whatever it is. And so I think he's got that kind of mentality, especially with this album.
អ្នកគ្នាឲ្យ success នៅលើអីមួយសប្បាយសង្ឃឹមថាវាល្អសម្រាប់ទាំងអស់គ្នាស្រឡាញ់ខ្លួនឯងឲ្យបានច្រើនអរគុណ
Yeah, I think it was worthwhile definitely listening to that. Obviously not a song, but I think it added a lot of context to the album and his mindset. And part of it may be that he was just working toward the end of the album making. He was just working so hard that it's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it may not be necessarily speaking on the rest of his life. But I think because of the content that's actually in the album, he was definitely dealing with some stuff, and maybe he lost a little bit of that glamour you see in the fame and the music and everything. Because when you get into it, I think you start realizing there's downsides to everything. You know what I mean? And money is a big thing that deals with a lot of problems in people's lives. Um, but I think there's a certain extent of growing into it, and where a lot of money all at once or a lot of fame to go with it can really weigh on people's mental health and mind. I don't, and I'm not speaking from experience. Obviously, I haven't been famous, but I think from the outside in, I can see that sentiment said a lot, and I think I understand, what it would be like, or at least get an idea of maybe it's not as great as it looks at all times. But yeah, that was interesting, and I think we have two more songs after this. We may have three. I know there's Mama and there's Wooden Box. It might just be those two left actually on this album. Then we'll close this out, and and then Skull 2, right? When that comes out. I don't think it's out yet. I feel like I would have seen it in the comments from you guys, but when that comes out, we'll definitely tackle that one. Anyway, I'll catch you guys on the next one.